we're recording, you know. So, okay, let me tell you why I'm a little teed off this morning. You know,
Okay. Okay.
get off work, I'm riding home. I'm like, let me listen to something on my way home.
Mhm.
I was like, you know what? I just play back the last podcast to hear how we sound on the last podcast. I go on Spotify and I go on the last episode, and I notice it's like 3 hours and some change on there. And I was like, the podcast we just did was about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I press play, and it's just the whole podcast is just like every word being said twice, playing through.
Hmm.
So it like doubled up the podcast and put it on there. Now I don't know why that happened because everything else is fine. All the other episodes are fine. Oh, you know, a little behind the scenes for the people at home watching and listening. I send the podcast audio to RSS. RSS then uploads the audio to all of our branches of,
Yeah.
you know, whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts. They do all that. I haven't even listened to the podcast on the other stuff. I'm afraid to go in there and check it out and see.
Let's see.
So what I have right now in the background, I got the podcast being reformatted so it can be re-uploaded to RSS so RSS can fix the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you,
Yeah.
RSS, but
I am.
it wasn't your boy who did it. And I'm sorry for the people, because this was like a week. And I didn't know. Because I don't go back and listen to like every now and then I check, but like I haven't
Yeah.
checked because I'm like, oh, we've been good for these past few weeks.
3 hours and 18 minutes.
Yeah. Does it say that on Apple as well? Yeah,
It's like
that's
we
tough.
stutter.
That's oh shit, Kev just cut out. Kev just cut out. Hey yo, Kev. You back? You back?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You cut out.
Okay, all right.
As soon as you was about to say stutter, it's like the world was just like, nah.
Everything paused.
Technical difficulties. You know? I'm a little teed off. Yeah. I don't know how that happen. How does that happen? You know, I assure y'all it wasn't on my end. Right. But just to be sure, I am reformatting the podcast to re-upload it. That should be uploaded later on.
Have no fear, Rio is here.
That pissed me off. I was sitting at a red light like, you gotta be kidding me.
At least it wasn't like, you know, the one with our special guest last time. You know, so could have been
Special
worse.
guest?
With Mr. Alex. Alex
What?
Green.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Thank God, right? Then I would have been. I'd have had to go into my Kanye bag.
You're throwing mics.
We can't be having this. No. I mean, like that. I don't want to be that type of person. Like, I don't want to be the like controlling, like calling them all the time. Like, y'all gotta fix this.
Kanye funny, bro.
We had a deal.
What do you think the Russians did? Like, what is he talking about?
It's like, no, I have plenty of websites to choose from, and I chose y'all. Y'all gotta fix this.
I deny Google for y'all. Hey, nigga, you don't even know Google.
But I was pissed off. I was mad, you know.
Yeah,
like let me fix this.
3 hours of us stuttering. That's crazy.
That's got to be tough to hear in the car. I turned that shit off immediately, so I know how other people must have felt.
Like, something wrong with my stereo? Niggas thinking there's something wrong with they jump.
I thought it was. I thought it was my phone. I was like, oh, here go this phone again, tripping.
Jay got water in his phone out.
I looked. I was like 3 hours, 18 minutes. I said that's damn near impossible. I mean, we could do it, but like, damn. I was like, I know we ain't go that long. I say if we had Preston and Eli, maybe we got to a debate, maybe. But like, nah, bruh. If it was the Alex Green episode, heads would have been rolling. You know what I mean?
Emails would have been sent.
You can't do this to us. We the 172 podcasts in entertainment. You can't do that to us.
You think you are?
Oh man.
Could you imagine? They said it's Evo back. Who said? Why not?
Like I said, this is a breach of contract. You gotta put the right stuff out on there.
Like what contract? Okay.
That'd be crazy if they say what contract. I'd be so distraught and I'd call you probably boo crying. Like, yeah, them niggas got us, bruh.
Okay. I'm putting cases on all you.
Hey, yo, Jeff.
Oh man.
Shoe program, nigga.
Like no.
Oh man. As y'all can see, I took the twist out, man. I'm back to a little matted and dry right now, but you know.
I thought they said the curls always stay moisturized.
These shit's dried up, bruh. I don't know what. Well, I mean, not too dry, but it's just matted. It's matted right now.
Twisted hair real. That was a short stint. The era wasn't that long. So
it'll be back. You know.
I'm
Not
retired.
bad. I can see my dingy ass green screen back here.
This ain't gone, but not forgotten.
My dingy ass green screen back here. I had to do some recording for some game videos. Them shit is out on YouTube right now.
Oh,
you know,
Jug.
Little quick plug. You know,
they have a side commercial. It's tough.
Little quick plug. You know, playing Horizon. I put up a WWE video on there not too long ago. You know,
man. I started to flood your junk the other day, but it wasn't loaded up. Like, hey, nigga, you know what we want to see?
I saw you put the comment on it. I ignored you like a motherfucker.
I started to blow your junk up. I was like, nah. I know you saw it.
I saw
it. Hide it for the smoke.
That worked like not now, not yet. I will get to it eventually though.
Man.
I want to get this Horizon out the way. I'm almost done with it. I think I'm almost done. Get that out the way.
Man, that's when that was.
I can't be playing 2 raging games at the same time.
Horizon be having you raging?
Man, because I'm playing it on hard.
Oh.
And then, you know, this controller lucky is still here.
Mr. Daredevil.
I play all my games on hard now. I can't be none of that normal stuff, you know?
You ain't got no choice when it comes to Elden Ring.
So I hear, I see what that game do to other people. Imagine me. People got to know I'm competitive and I'm a completionist. So like, that's gonna eat away at me.
Well, I'll tell you, it took me a smooth. That thing took me time, man. I was like, man, he can't keep getting away with this. That just getting on my nerves.
Man, let's jump. That's how it be. I can't do it on my own. Like, let's jump this dude.
I'm talking about I took a break. I was like, you know what? Maybe I need a break.
See, if a
Can't make
game
sell-ups.
do that to me, oh man, if I gotta walk away and take a break, I'd be like, oh man.
Man, that you talking about rate? Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. If
That control.
if Horizon doing that to me now, I can only imagine, bro.
What you getting dealt with? There you go over there, nigga. Yeah. But when you beat them, well, you feel so accomplished.
I know that feeling. Like a monkey off your back. It's like I did that.
You would have thought I won a chip.
That Champ Rio feeling. I can't see the medals right now, but just know that it's back
Feed the rafters.
there. Oh man. We're like let's hop into it, man. You know, let's get into it. You ready?
Yep.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the LeJit podcast. We are your hosts, Henry One.
I am Ken K.
Back, man, back with another one. First things first, man. You know, how was your week, sir?
Interesting, to say the least. But both good and bad. Well, not necessarily bad, but entertaining.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was out there wilding this week. That text you sent. I was like, yo, what is he into?
No. That's what it's like. The area that they were in was the place I had to go for work. So that whole night, just
you just saw you just.
It was active.
Could you imagine? You're like, that's the third car she got into. It's kind of crazy. Anybody else seen this?
I was cheering them on. Like, hey, you get it. So when they could pull up to her, she kept walking. He pulled up again. She got in. Had to negotiate the price.
It was like 20. She kept walking. He's like, all right, 25. Like, damn, man.
I know you seen these gas prices. Come on.
Facts. Can we talk about the gas real quick? Hey, yo, can we talk about the gas real quick? Who's controlling these pumps? Hey, man,
they making a smooth lick.
I'm talking. I paid $57 for a fill up. 57. I drive a Camry. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed to tell y'all. Like, what the hell? Well, I felt like it was an old dude at the pump next to me. When I filled up, I damn near almost robbed him because I thought these were the times. I thought, that was every man for himself.
Got some extra gas on you, man.
I just thought to be like, hey, old man, I'm sorry about this, but you're gonna have to hand it over. I need the truck keys too.
Don't put the nozzle back on. Come on.
He gonna be like, you can't drive both cars. It's like, I'll find a way, man. Just
act like nothing happens.
When my car going E, I'm driving your truck to work.
Got that.
And for the rest of y'all at these pumps, just know that I'll be back here next week.
Well, around 3:00. So be ready.
That's crazy, boy. It hurt my soul. I ain't never put that much in my car for gas. My old whip ain't never seen that a day in its life. I was just like, my God.
New times. So about they taking a smooth grip out our wallet.
I'm telling you. Hey, my week been, I've been trying, man. I've been trying to be consistent and like work. You know what I mean? How to be consistent with like getting back to playing ball. Now I'm dealing with a shoulder injury. It's not an injury. It's I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with my shoulder. But like, if I was to like, people say I'm sleeping wrong. They say I'm sleeping wrong. My shoulder. So
you're giving me a Jaleel Okafor vibes when he first got in.
Whoa. I heard that. You know what's funny? Dude was at my place of work like not too long ago. So it's funny you would bring up that name.
He was?
Yeah. I didn't get to see him, but they saw him. Some people saw him.
What he doing? Just walking?
He was staying there and then in and out time to time. Guess he had some family coming in.
Like, I mean, it's not a name you're gonna move for. Hey, you see the Okafors? Ooh.
Yeah, when the girl initially told me, like I didn't have no like I didn't want to like disappoint her. You know what I mean? Respect to you, Jaleel. I like no dig at you, but like she told me, she was like, you know this basketball player named Jaleel Okafor? Like, yeah, I know Jaleel Okafor. Like, oh, you know, he's staying here, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And it just went silent. She just like, yeah, you know, I was like, I don't know if he's still playing for a team. I have to look it up.
Like, I don't think he is.
It's cool though, you know. He was in the league. I can't take that away from him.
Yeah. What he went to Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Ain't been the same since.
Hey man,
okay.
You know.
But it's okay. Hey. And everybody's path is the same.
Jaleel should have worked on his defense. Okay. That would have kept him strong. You know. Yeah, man, I saw your text. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Kind of like bummed, you know, I wasn't invited to this. I was just like, you know. It's in my prayers, you know.
You know what's crazy is that Eli had just got back to work that day, and everything lined up for him to finally be on my team. They said, nope, we're gonna put him on the team. Okay, here we go. So this nigga on the other team, and we get the perfect store. This store is called the Hooker Store at our job. We call it the Hooker Store because I like hookers. So I'm talking about the whole night. It's active.
We're talking about fishing equipment, by the way.
Oh yeah, they were reeling them in, all right. Yeah, they were getting active. I'm talking about. You're talking about one girl took a break from walking so many miles, came in.
What? Not that she took a break from getting the duties buzzed down, but she took a break from walking. Oh my god!
Yeah, so you know how that goes. Yeah.
Oh my god! What she just sit down?
She came. She went in the store. 5 minutes later, I'm talking about the moment she came out, a nigga pulled up next to her. She got in. Yeah, impeccable timing.
It was like a timeout break. It was just like right back in the thick of it.
I'm talking the moment she opened the door and walked out, that nigga pulled up.
You break over.
She got in. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She got in.
Your break over?
Yeah. Then she came back, and then She went to the store again, came out, started hitting her route. I look over in the distance. Somebody pulled up. They had to negotiate the price because she kept walking. And then she finally got in. I was like, dang, she busy.
This nigga wasted no time.
Yeah, she got busy with it.
How was like each session was like estimate time? How long?
Smooth. I'm talking about maybe 20 minutes. Maybe.
Damn. Damn. That's a lot of duties being busted down. God. You know?
And what's funny? And what's funny is that I look over in the distance, a nigga in a Challenger just pulls up, and in the distance, all by himself. It was like, nigga, that's the most discreet place you could have got. I'm over in the distance. Good job, bro.
My God, bro. No, the fact
that was fun. That was a fun experience.
The fact that she took a break from walking.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. It's like, nah, the cheeks don't hurt. My feet do. It's like, it's so backwards.
Let's welcome in Donovan Mitchell to the group.
Oh, he done switched teams on me.
Yeah, man.
Relax.
He done switched teams on me.
Disappointing.
None of that, man.
Welcome, sir. You know, we just kicked it off here. I'd like to welcome Preston back to the show here. Preston's honorary LeJit member, so he, you know,
Man,
nothing new for him.
Is he?
That's crazy. That's crazy. He's just...
This is impeccable timing. I just need Eli probably sleep, but we have some things to discuss. Oh, before we do that, y'all two are here. I'll talk to Eli there. Would y'all be interested? Hear me out. In going camping?
Absolutely not.
Hear me.
Hold on. Let's hear him out on this because
hear me. Okay. So do I need to get you to buy, or do I need to give you the backstory?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, long story short, one of the
get it out, brother. Come on now.
Dr. Umar won't like this. One of the white guys.
So I gotta get my stance for this one.
They invited me to partake into a wilderness trip.
Wait,
and I just
time out on the play. Let's go to the booth for review. You telling me this man invited you to go camping, brother? I mean,
yeah.
It wasn't just you?
Hunting and such. I mean, he has a group of...
Are these also fellow whites that we're talking about here?
They are, which is why I need a group to join.
No, brother. I was in at first. I thought we was just like a brotherly trip. This is a lynching. You need to call the authorities. They tried to just hang a Negro in some woods in Florida. This is unacceptable. We will not stand for this.
Good.
No.
If y'all didn't go, I wouldn't go. Well, thought y'all would have partaken this, worn arms with me.
In a lynching? No, I'll pass. Oh sir, that had setup written all over it.
You wouldn't be interested in no fishing, hunting, such.
Not.
We don't know how the gun went off. It shot Kev 30 times by accident. Oh God.
thing. See, I get shot 30 times. It's tough.
That's
Dang,
that's
it's
it.
crazy.
All their guns is simultaneously going off at the same time, aimed
In
at your
your-
direction.
That's tough. That's tough.
You gonna have to skip out on that, big fella.
And
Go
they don't listen to the show, do they?
Mm-mm.
Who cares?
I do.
No.
I don't want them to be like, that Rio fella really messed this up for us. Gonna do a
Get the
number
rope.
on him. Couldn't
Get
get
the rope.
Kev. Best believe we get that nigger. I don't need that in my life. Right? I look over my shoulder all the time. That's crazy.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, it
No,
was worth it. It
I
was.
thought you
With
meant
all-
like, a group of us brothers,
others.
having a very quite experience in the wilderness,
Then why don't we do? Hey, let's enjoy. What's the word? Nature together.
I don't do camping in general.
I know I put it out there on the table, but it just didn't sound good when you said it.
All right, so I have a group full of Jamals that don't want to do anything besides play basketball.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, true.
I mean, who's with me here?
Am I right?
It's safe.
Oh man,
Seems fair. Seems fair. Here's worth taking a shot.
Oh, before we get into the questions, have y'all ever experienced being like drunk before? This is my
God. This is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand, man.
Oh no. Let me tell y'all.
He's been battling a problem.
Let me tell y'all
Right.
something.
Okay.
The room was backwards. That didn't make no type of sense. I was at the bowling alley. And like the bar, first of all, never get drinks at a bowling alley. Junk was absolutely disgusting, but it got the job done. Let me tell y'all, the room
What was the job?
was spinning backwards. I don't know exactly what happened that night. I've never experienced like memory loss. I don't remember half of that night. I remember going and bowling. I just don't remember everything that happened around it. The food was absolutely gas. I want us to go out one night, rent out an Airbnb, and just get wasted. I mean, absolutely demolished.
Now, when you say wasted, right? Okay, so here's a little backstory on how Rio goes about drinking, So when I used to work at Legoland, we had a Christmas party, and hey, relax. All right, so group of friends, we all decided they had to talk me into it because I wasn't gonna go. And I said, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna get blitzed. Now I had not planned on drinking this much ever in my life. And let's just say that by the time I got to the Christmas party, I wasn't who I was anymore. and spent most of that night in the bathroom throwing up my guts and intestines. And it was just a bad look. And my PR people probably won't let me do stuff like that anymore. I got an image to uphold.
For the kids, man. For the kids.
But I do like to drink the occasional drink. I know my limits now, is where I'm getting at. I know
That's what they always say.
I know I know my limits, and I will I tread carefully when I approach that threshold. You know what I mean?
It's okay. Hey, you have plenty of people that have gone through your footsteps that have made it sober.
I like you guys, right? And we're friends, and you guys see me as, Rio 1, Champ Rio, Headband Rio, Do-Rag Rio sometimes, right? We're friends. And I don't want to give you guys this negative perception of me. After you see me in this light, can't be having that, I get blitzed, and the next day I'm like, hey guys, and you're like, this nigga. Like, should have never brought his bitch ass along. Right, guys? Don't need that. Just being honest.
But segue for a second. Press, I really wish you could have experienced this nigga's, like, I guess you call it era of this Champ Rio thing. I really wish you could have experienced this. Because this dude, you could have swore this dude won the Olympics. Braided hair, metal across his neck and everything. Like, he just the best in the world.
I had to let the people know, Preston. It was quite the momentous achievement for me. And to be part of something very special like that. So,
man, when the men's league, the YMCA, like, come on, dude.
I'll never let them live it down either.
But nah, y'all low-key in the same boat. Y'all some sippers. Or chuggers, I should say. Y'all ain't no sippers.
Chuggers?
Something light.
See what I'm talking about? It's getting bad.
No. What would be bad is if he had a collection behind him of just. That'd be bad.
Don't they sell those in packs?
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah,
that's beside the point.
Where the rest of them at?
Point, right? This is not the point.
That's beside the point. No, it's you need the occasional sip sometime. Like LeBron say, he has a glass of wine whenever he's
wine.
Not
liquor or beer.
That's wine is get you messed up. You know,
wine is for the old souled.
I got red wine over in my room. I got a little.
Yeah, we know. We know.
It's to clean the blood. You know what I mean? To clean the blood.
So you throw it out. It makes it a little bit wavy. You feel me?
This man is progressing as the days go on. That all started with one sip.
Don't fall in that hole, though.
The margaritas be calling my name.
I'm telling you, see, they're talking to him.
But they froze.
The spirits.
Makes me. It's like, okay.
Oh my god.
Why not one more?
I mean, we got quite the show today. Very sports heavy. I mean, where do we start? Where do we quickly? I guess Kev got a basketball question, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my question. It's more like a thing I've been seeing trending on Twitter. The tweet said, "Give me your hottest take," and I've been seeing. I'll give you two that I saw. One was Nikola Jokic is the best player of this generation and will be a top 10 player all time.
Oh, what generation?
That I saw. This generation, apparently.
Like the upcoming ones?
I guess so.
I got a different take on that, but.
And the second one was Hakeem is better than Shaq, and some said he is better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right. Your second one is more easier than your first one.
Let's start with the first one.
Nikola Jokic being the best player of this upcoming generation.
And don't forget the second half. They said he's going to be a top 20 player all time.
20?
Top 20?
That's what they said.
He would have to win, well, he could win one. Where would you rank Dirk top all time?
20.
He'd be 25. Dirk would be in 20?
20, 25, in that range.
Somewhere in there, right?
Yeah.
like Joker would have to win 2 and be the catalyst for them winning 2, right?
I mean, it's not like
And
the
it's,
best. The best player of the generation. I don't know, just because Giannis is in this generation, and I think
that's a fact.
I think he's going to be that dude. Like, I think he has a real chance to be top 10 all time, knocking on top 5. That's just me. But as far as like top 20, Jokic is about to win his second MVP. He hasn't had any like playoff success, but that's not really his fault. Like, Jamal's been hurt. Michael Porter Jr. has been hurt. Like, and then when he did have him around, they went to the Western Conference Finals. They beat the Clippers. They pushed the Lakers to 5 games, whatever you want to call it. But when he's had some help around him, like, he's done his thing, and he's a great playoff performer too. And I'm already at the point where he's, in my opinion, the best offensive center ever as far as the total package. Like, so top 20, like, as far as just considering peaks go, like, I don't know how his career is going to turn out, but peak for peak, he's already top 20, top 25. There's not 25 players I would rather have all time than Jokic.
And he's like, young. You know what I mean? He's young.
He's that good. Like, there's literally nothing teams can do to stop him. Like, I just watched the Warriors game and we slowed him down, but I think that's more so him playing 4 games in 5 nights.
That was totally it. Other than that, he would have whooped us in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, like there's nobody better at controlling the game in the league today, right now, in my opinion, except for maybe like Chris Paul, from just controlling the game from start to finish. He just has his fingerprints. You're moving at his pace. There's nothing you can do to move him off of that. He can do everything you need offensively. He can score the ball. He can give you 30. He's going to get you rebounds, 15 a night. He's the best playmaker in the league, in my opinion. And he's doing this center position.
I'm going to be honest, man. Seeing a big being able to pass like that, that's some scary stuff, bro.
He's in my opinion, he's the best passer in the league. Like, he's done it. And at first it was like, oh wow, he's the best passing center in the league. Oh, he's one of the best passers in the league we have today. They took it away from, they stopped saying center, they just said passers, period. He's one of the best passers ever, period. Like, he's just that good. The attention, you can't double him because he will pick your team apart. You leave him single coverage, he's going to go one-on-one, bully you in the post. There's literally nothing you can do. And he's not doing this against scrubs. You look at his numbers against Rudy Gobert. He torches that man. And Rudy Gobert is going to be, after this year, a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah. Sadly. I think he shouldn't get it, but...
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But it's just like, this is what Jokic is doing. And he's not just doing this against people he's doing this against Rudy Gobert. He does this against Ayton. He does this, and there's not a thing that anybody in the league can do about it. He's that good, man. So it's not a crazy take to me.
No, it's not that crazy. It's what's like what you're hoping for is like he has team success. Like, hopefully he wins a championship at some point in his career. Because we know the numbers are gonna be there. Whether it's scoring, rebounding, and assists, the numbers are gonna be there at the end of his career. But with a championship accolades be there. That's, like you say, he's about to close in on his second MVP, so he's gonna have that.
And he's going to be in the discussion for many more MVPs to come. Like, he can realistically 3 to 4, because like you said, the numbers are going to be there, and he's good enough in the regular season to get them to 50 wins. And he's doing this without, again, Jamal, Michael Porter Jr., his second and third best player, big parts of the team. He's going to get like close to 50 wins. Imagine if they're healthy for a season.
That's what I said.
And they got them locked in, that core locked in for the next 3 to 4 years, and they're only going to get better. Like, yeah, he's going to be there. The only reason I'm not saying like, oh, he's going to be the best player of this generation is because there's a dude in the Eastern Conference, Giannis, who is just like also in a different way a beast. Like, he's somebody that teams just they can't stop him. And I just have because of Giannis's defensive ability. Like, he changed the game completely on that end. I have him a little bit higher, but I value Giannis's overall skill set, specifically defensively, a little bit higher, and I think he's a better player because of it. But it's not like a crazy gap.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Jokic is what a lot of people hope AD would be.
Minus the playmaking. Yes.
You would hope that people hope that AD's playmaking would come along and never did. Because AD used to play point guard in high school.
Who cares about that scrub? I'm tired of defending him. So let's just call it what it is.
At his peak, AD was at his peak was a great player. It's just injuries, man.
How long was that peak?
It wasn't that long, but
all right,
you know what I mean.
Right.
You know,
let's let the man rest in his street clothes. So, what y'all take on this Hakeem Olajuwon?
Now, here's what I'll say about Hakeem. Hakeem is a great center, one of the best centers of all time. And I will say, Hakeem did have a better skill set than Shaq. He had better, footwork, just a better skill set than Shaq. Shaq was just, I mean, I don't know. Like, he did have Shaq's number. Granted, it was young Shaq. We never really saw Hakeem versus Lakers Shaq. That would have been an interesting matchup, but I don't know how, like, Kareem, though, I don't feel like any center, you know what I mean? Like,
here's what I'll say. As far as Hakeem and Shaq, like, in general, ranking players this close, there's no wrong answer. If you take Shaq, I get it. You take Kareem, I get it. You take Hakeem, fine. I think Shaq offensively is a little bit better than Hakeem. Like, we fall in love with Hakeem, his footwork. He had the post fade, the right hook. Like, and we see it on the highlights. Shaq offensively, like, and people think he just bullied his way. Shaq had great footwork too.
He did.
He had great touch around the basket.
Shaq has the best drop step. I say Shaq had the best drop step in
So you don't hear an argument from me as far as, like, skill wise, Hakeem being better, but as an offensive force, there's literally, I don't think there's anybody I'm going to take over Shaq except for maybe MJ. And, like, just as an offensive force, because he had, like, we talk about Steph with his gravity and how he pulls everybody, like, outside. He pulls all the defensive attention on him. Outside, he pulls him away from the paint. Shaq had that same effect inside. Like, so defenses are collapsing. You have 3-4 guys on him. It just doesn't.
You don't think Olajuwon had that same effect, though? Probably not to the same extent, right?
Not to the degree that Shaq had it. Shaq was.
You could argue that. The only reason I say you could argue that is because Hakeem, every team he was on, he was always the best player and the focal point on the offensive end. With Shaq, he had those years of Kobe, so of course Shaq is the focal point, but you also got Kobe out there. To where Hakeem, strictly on the Rockets, you knew Hakeem was number one on the offensive end.
I mean, but, like, again, Shaq, Kobe, we talk about, like, Kobe was going crazy. Kobe's my favorite player all time. Let's not get it twisted. Shaq was the dude on those teams. He was the dude on those teams. And again, the defensive attention that he forced defenses, like, to commit to him. Like, the only reason people could have a hope of stopping him is by playing Hacker Shaq. That was the only way that you could think about stopping Shaq that way. There's no matchup for him throughout history. And him around the basket just as an offensive hub, like, if I'm building a team and I'm just, like, thinking of, wow, I need somebody inside, I'm picking Shaq. I think where the gap closes between Shaq and Hakeem is defensively, because Hakeem, I think, is the best defensive center of all time, or that's up for debate, whatever. I think he's 1, 2, or 3, fine. I think Shaq clears Hakeem as an offensive player, because also I think Shaq's passing ability and his playmaking ability outside of the post is better than Hakeem's. But defensively, Hakeem changed, or being the best defensive center in the league. I think that's where you can see the gap closing, because Shaq, he was good inside the paint, but you pull him outside the paint. I mean, he got lazy around going playing pick and roll. We saw teams take advantage, specifically like the 04 Pistons. They put him in a lot of pick and rolls, and you can exploit Shaq defensively there. You can't do that same thing with Hakeem. I think that's where the conversation becomes interesting, and I think that's where I can see people saying, "Oh, I lean towards Hakeem in this way." Offensively, though, as great as like his highlight tapes are, I don't think he's as good as Shaq on that end. I think Shaq was just too dominant.
You know what I hate though about the big man like comparison? None of these guys were ever like in their prime around the same time. I mean, the only two big men we really got to see go at it was Shaq against Yao Ming, and but Yao was steady getting hurt. That was the only two that was the only time where you had two big men who really was going at each other like that.
Yeah, Dwight and Joakim Noah.
Okay, let's just put a halt. It was never a time Kareem dominated his era for the big man.
I think you had one, but Hakeem won his matchup when he went up against David. Else. You had some great battles, and like you said, there was a young Shaq in Orlando that went ahead, and young Shaq was also a monster. He just wasn't what he was in LA, not yet. So I get your point. They all had their eras. You had the Bill Russell and Will era. I get that. Then you had an era with Bill Walton, and then in the 70s, and but Kareem was coming up through the 70s. What he was doing with the Bucks, and then Kareem was dominating the 80s. Yeah. Then you have the influx of Hakeem. You have David Robinson. You have Patrick Ewing in that area, and then you have Shaq. I do get what you mean.
It just seemed it's like when one center is dominant, the other center just seems to be a little too young. You know what I mean?
Or too old.
Right.
I agree. Hey, Press, can you tell Rio that Shaq is one of the best scorers of all time?
He's absolutely one of the best scorers of all time.
Thank you.
My thing about scoring, Kev knows what my definition of scoring. He knows what he's doing because he knows what my definition of scoring is for me. Everybody has their definition of scoring. To me, the best scorer of all time is KD. KD's a scorer. You know what I mean? He has many ways of scoring. He's gonna score basket. I get what you're saying, though. I get it. But I'm just my definition of scoring. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Rio. I do.
I mean, I love the fact how maybe 3 years ago it stopped, maybe even 2. How when you think of best scorer, you automatically think Mike, Kobe, and KD, automatically. But now you actually start to think about it, and you actually start thinking of names that actually are great scorers: Kareem, Mike, Kobe, KD, LeBron, Shaq.
Yeah, by your definition,
Harden.
LeBron is an all-time great scorer. LeBron is, you know what I mean? By your definition. So it's would you say LeBron is a better scorer than KD? But by your definition, LeBron is a way better scorer than KD. But is LeBron a better scorer than KD? No. You know what I mean? LeBron's not even a better scorer than Kyrie.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's not do that.
Wait, guys, so we're talking about putting the ball in the basket in many different ways.
Let's not.
Kyrie is one of the best scorers.
Let's not do that.
When he's able to play. Because we all know.
LeBron is the 4th best scorer of all time. And you got MJ, KD, Kobe.
Now let's say Kyrie had a full healthy career and he was constantly playing. You do know that would be different.
Kyrie's not in my 10 best scorers because I care about production. I do.
But
like,
that doesn't fall on him because he could have been playing for these past 2 years.
that kind of does fall on him, but that kind of does. But I'm talking about even his play on the court. Like Kyrie, one of the most skilled players, scorers ever. I agree. Like if you're taking it in vacuum, fine. This is kind of like the debate between is like when people were talking about Melo is a better scorer than LeBron. He is not a better scorer than LeBron. I don't care what you say. LeBron is, and do you like Rio? Do you classify LeBron as like in that Shaq category? Because like
because like he will bully you and get to the layup. Like
LeBron, but we all know LeBron doesn't get all his points that way.
No, he doesn't.
Shaq
he doesn't. LeBron very much like evolved his game throughout his career. You know what I mean? Early Cleveland, Miami Heat, LeBron was a bully. And then when he went back to Cleveland, he became a well-rounded shooter, and he added that to his game. You know what I mean? He's always had a little bit of that turnaround, but that turnaround he's kind of like perfected, right? Like,
but my thing is, you're classifying LeBron as like a Shaq type. LeBron is a perimeter player. He's a perimeter.
I see LeBron as a slasher first.
I mean, like, but that's still
like playmaker, slasher. Then I'll resolve to the jump shot if I need it. But
he's still like like MJ's a slasher by that definition.
MJ mid range is like one of the most deadliest mid range games.
Like I agree. But here's the thing: like perimeter oriented players, like LeBron is in that same class of perimeter players like Melo. He gets compared to the KDs, to the Mikes. His game it isn't similar, but it's just like they're in that same tier, like class of player. Like they're on the perimeter. He's not a Shaq. He's not a Hakeem. He's not a Kareem.
No, because those guys are big guys, though. Those are big men, so they're gonna be post up, drop step.
LeBron is perimeter class.
I feel like LeBron takes you out, gets you on the 1-on-1, dribble drive. If it's there, he takes it. If it's not there, he kicks it out. If he feel like the double team's gonna be at the rim, he'll settle into a jump shot or a turnaround fade.
But here's my thing: LeBron is a 28 point per game scorer. I don't see how you can just be like, oh well, he's not one of the greatest scorers of all time. He does it in the regular season consistently. He gets you an easy 28, and then
that's by Kev's definition, though, right? Like putting the ball in the basket, regardless. Like
my definition of a scorer is you can put the ball in the basket in different ways at any time you want.
I'm talking about from a skill set standpoint. That's why I say like KD, like there's nobody like KD has it all from the perimeter, like.
And I respect that.
And
I really do.
And I get the fact of like being skilled, like how many different ways you can put it in the basket. So I get that's why you like have Kyrie, like in that discussion. That's why people have like, oh Melo. They say, oh Melo's a better scorer than LeBron, and the skill part is important. However,
Melo's a top 10 scorer.
I agree. But saying that he's like a better scorer than LeBron, or this debate Kyrie and Steph, like being as far as just scoring, like no.
I think it's just like by the definition, right? It just depends on definition because it's like skill set. Like Kyrie got more of a bag than Steph.
Absolutely.
But he doesn't put the ball in the basket more than Steph. You know what I mean? But I think it's just by definition, right?
I don't see like I get classifying the different, like with you and Shaq, like Shaq and the bigs are in a different. Let's leave the bigs out of this. Let's leave the bigs.
Including forward, like power forward, or just center.
It depends on how your game is like styled, like right?
A Dirk, I get like a Dirk. I can see him being in because he's a finesse player. He's a perimeter oriented player. His jump shot is going to get a lot of it. And like you can put Karl Malone in the bigs. I don't want to talk about that. We don't do that. But as far as just like putting the ball in the basket, I just don't see how people can sit there and say like LeBron is not one of the 5 best because he's doing this over a 20-year period. He just dropped 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now you can be like, you know, but his game wasn't always this.
He was doing this in his first stint in Cleveland.
Not shooting like this. Not his shooting percentage wasn't this.
He averaged 31 in 06.
But his shooting percentage wasn't this. His outside shooting was not this.
I mean, that's
the early scouting report on early LeBron was to make him shoot.
And you know what? They did. And he still dropped 31.
But his inability to shoot is what cost him early on in Cleveland, though.
I agree. Still, he was getting these baskets. He was still going out there and getting 31. The scouting report, yes, it did say let LeBron shoot. Absolutely, because his ability to get to the paint, his jump shot hadn't evolved to the point yet where it was a reliable, consistent jump shot. I agree. The scouting report is wall off the paint. Don't let him get to the basket. We saw it in the Spurs series, and that did hinder them. I don't see how that against him being one of the greatest scorers of all time.
No,
a game.
I never he is one of the best scorers of all time, but I'm saying by definition, we're talking about a bag. I guess I'm talking about a bag, like a player's bag.
So all right, so answer this for me. When you say bag, all right, so you brought up Kyrie. Do you have Kyrie as a better scorer than Harden or AI?
Kyrie has a better bag than both those guys.
But is he a better scorer?
No, because by definition, those guys put the ball in the basket more. But I just said the same thing about Steph. Kyrie has a better bag than Steph, but he doesn't put the ball in the basket.
Your definition is a bag.
I guess I'm going by a bag. Who has the best bag?
Then that's different. Because I can't stand people who do bag. No offense. I love you, Rio. But it's just because by that definition, CJ McCollum in that. Because CJ McCollum got a bag on him.
He do, but it doesn't translate to those points per games. You know what I mean?
I get it. But it's just bag, a bag. I don't care how deep your bag is. You can have a great bag. That's cool. I'm going to take LeBron James. If I want somebody to go out there and get me 30, I'm taking LeBron James over everybody except for maybe 3 people. Maybe.
Right. All right. I'm with you on that. And I don't even know if I had 3, to be honest with you.
And that's my thing.
All right, so give me real quick y'all top 5 scorers, including big men, if you want to have big men.
Including bigs?
Yes.
That makes it tough, man.
Because I can't think of my top 5 without including Kareem, even though
you would have to have Kareem in there.
So give me your top 5.
Man, I was just without trying to think too hard, I would have Kareem, Shaq, like you said, KD, LeBron, and at 5. Damn, I don't even know who I would have at 5.
Mike, Kobe, KD.
Mike, I guess I would go Mike or Kobe.
Wait, Mike isn't already in there?
No, he said Kareem, Shaq, Bron, KD.
Mike, it's either Mike or Kobe at 5. I'm gonna be honest, because like we said, by definition, right? By definition.
I thought you said Mike. Mike should be the
Mike. No, but look, we like Kev say, putting the ball in the bat. Shaq was up. Shaq is up there. So who would be left off the list then?
I mean, because I can understand. Because it's who do you tell? I can guarantee they're gonna get me a bucket no matter what. And Mike has to be in that top 5 as well as Shaq.
Who would be left off? Who would be left off though?
Mike.
You would have to leave somebody off. I just named 4 people.
He's. I ain't gonna lie. He's right. He is kind of right. Hear me out. Mike should be in the top 5. Hear me out.
I would leave Kobe off then, if that's the case.
Mike. Yeah, I mean, you got Mike, Bron, Kareem, and then that leaves two more names.
I would leave Kobe off because Kobe wasn't as efficient. There you go.
That's the Eli rules there.
To be frank, if we're going to do bigs on the list, fine. I don't care. I'll give you an order. Mike, big gap. KD,
not that big. I go ahead.
It is a gap.
It's not that big of. I hate when people say that because it's
There's a
not
gap.
that big of a
Man,
gap.
you don't think KD could keep up with scoring with Mike though?
Mike KD, we will look at his efficiency. Cool. He's one of the most. He'll give you a smooth 30 on 17 shots. That's great. I love scoring, and the problem I have with scoring, and this is something I've actually been thinking about when I compare people like, and this is just easy because Steph is my favorite player. KD and Steph in their scoring. KD's a better scorer all the time. Don't like do me like that. Steph or KD, he'll give you a quiet 30. You look up, it's the fourth quarter, 7 minutes left. Oh wow, KD has 30. That's crazy. I didn't even know. We'll call that a quiet 30. Steph, it'll be mid third quarter. He'll have smooth 16. You look up in the third quarter, he has 35. I call that a loud 35. Steph, and this is something that I feel KD is lacking in the scoring department, which is why I put him below Mike. Not anywhere outside my top 5, but below Mike. The ability, not the ability, but just the way you score your points. And Mike, Kobe, Steph, they have that ability to get a loud 30. They have that ability to
Wait. So you're putting Mike over KD because Mike can have a loud 30 over KD?
trying to think of the word that is it explosive? No.
But
I'm really
in fairness to that point, right? Because I get what you're trying to say.
I mean, that's kind of unfair.
A lot of times,
Shaq,
Steph will get most of his points off of like 3-point shooting. You know what I mean? Like Steph will knock down 5 threes in a quarter, and that's 15 points right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word that ties this all together. I'm just going to settle on explosive. Like Mike, Kobe, they have that ability. They'll look up. They have 50. 4 straight 50-point games for Kobe, which is why I can't understand people like leaving Kobe off the list. We've seen what he did in 06. We see what he did in 07 throughout his career. He's going to get you points in bunches. He's going to get you a lot of them.
Does efficiency not equate into that?
Here's the thing. We say like Kobe's inefficient. The difference between 50% shooting, and this is why I hate field goal as a stat, because it hurts, especially players that take a lot of perimeter shots. Steph. The difference between 50% shooting and 45% shooting, which is what Kobe's averaging. 10 for 20 from the field, 9 for 20. Are we serious? That we're going to knock Kobe for shooting
numbers?
Yeah.
That's numbers, though.
I put it like this.
If you shoot X amount of shots and you only make Y, that deserves to be a stat.
Field goal percentage. Then it takes into account players like Steph. It hurts him. He's shooting 42% from the field. We've seen that stat that Russ is shooting a higher percent from the field than Steph Curry this year. Is Russ having a more efficient season than Steph? No.
But that's for the non-fans that don't understand also attempts. We know Steph takes more attempts a game than Russ does. So which also has an effect on the field goal percentage.
Kobe, we're not going to take into consideration the context of the era that Kobe was playing. He was playing in the slowest paced era.
Okay.
Slowest pace era, the toughest defensive era, in a heavy one-on-one league. That's the era that Kobe was playing in. Like, we're going to knock Kobe for shooting 45%. 45% relative to that era is.
In the same vein, what about the big men then?
Again, this is why I can't stand having big men in the conversation, because we're like dealing there. It's like 2 different sports. It's not 2 different sports, but they're playing 2 different sports.
See, that's why I was trying to tell Kev about Shaq. Like, he's a big man, so it's like, of course he's gonna have those numbers. You know what I mean?
But you had big men who didn't have those type of numbers.
They weren't him though. Gotta have the skill set.
I hate having bigs because it's like like I said, they're playing 2 different sports. I feel like we should classify it. We have bigs and we have people on the wing.
So, I mean, but by that definition, you should exclude power forwards then. So, like a person like Tim Duncan, yes, he wasn't known for scoring, but Tim Duncan, go out there and get you 30, then you're not going to consider him to be a scorer, though.
He's a big. He's one of those people I consider big. Then you have unicorns like Dirk. Dirk is a unicorn because he played from the outside in, where all these other bigs played from the inside out. Or if they even went out, they just played inside. Dirk is more oriented on the perimeter.
It's just hard for me to imagine a scenario where like KD ain't gonna match somebody toe for toe in scoring. You know what I mean?
No, I get that, and this is why like KD is for me second. I'm not like putting him, like I said, outside the top 5. I just think Mike's ability, one, to get to the basket. He, besides LeBron, he's the best perimeter guy going and finishing inside. The way he gets to the basket, the way he got to the basket, the way he finished around the rim. And then you expand out to the mid range. He didn't have the 3-point shot. One, again, context in the era. That wasn't a big part of their game plan. Remember, Mike came into the league. They had either had just introduced the 3-point line, like in 84, 85. Like, so it was, that wasn't a big, for him growing up, the 3-point line for Mike, that wasn't anything that he worked on because they just didn't have it. He didn't have that in college. So he worked in that mid-range area. He worked to get to the basket. And then he was still putting up these numbers. He was putting up 30 in his first early years. He was putting up 35, 36 per game. And
So
go ahead.
if we take big man out of the discussion, then that means we're taking away Shaq and Kareem.
Yeah.
Right. So that only leaves one spot left. Because I'm pretty sure all of us have KD, Bron, Kobe, and Mike in our top 5.
Yeah.
That ain't those 4 people. So that leaves one spot left. Yeah, one spot left. So who does that one spot go to?
30.
Steph?
No. I'm not getting into Steph. If you ask me, I would in scoring, I would take a T-Mac or a Melo over Stephen Curry as a scorer.
Oh, I'm
as
not
a scorer.
Man.
Not a shooter.
Listen.
Not a shooter, or I said strictly scoring.
Yeah,
I respect Steph. I respect Steph.
I'd be like, what's the true definition? Because you know what I mean?
Doing this with T-Mac. Like, first of all, you say we're not talking about shooting. Shooting is scoring.
I understand it. No. I'm not talking about like strictly. If we talk about strictly shooting, that's a whole different ball game. Scoring, Steph is a top 10 scorer. That's fine. But I just think I would take any day of the week a Carmelo Anthony and maybe a T-Mac. Definitely Carmelo over Stephen Curry as far as scoring. That's just my opinion.
Why? Steph Steph is unique in this regard because the thing that hinders him, maybe outside of Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie is like completely crazy with his skill set, with the post, like, fine, whatever. Steph is a 6'3" guard. He's going to get his looks in a different way. He's not going to be able to go to the mid-range, jab step 3 times, and then put up a contested mid-range shot. He just can't get his shot off like that.
That's fair.
So Steph is going to get his points in different ways. We can't punish Steph for getting majority of his points from the 3-point line. He's the greatest 3-point shooter ever. Yes, do that. But he also mixes it up. He gets to the mid-range. He finishes at the basket better than almost any guard in NBA history. Like, so he's doing these other things. He gets to the free throw line. He's the greatest free throw shooter ever by percentage, right? Like, he's doing these things, and he's doing them at an insanely efficient level, especially at his peak. We saw what he was doing last year. He was with the defense. Another thing, the defenses that Steph is facing, and he's still getting these numbers. He's seeing 2-3 dudes, and he's still getting 30, 35 a night. He was doing this all last year with all the help that was around him. Was Kelly Oubre spacing the floor for him, Draymond Green spacing the floor for him. There was nobody, and he was still getting these numbers. We can't say he's not one of those dudes. He's definitely one of those dudes.
He's a top 10 scorer all time. I just don't have a top 5. He's like
who did you leave off then from my list?
No, we took off Big Man.
Oh, we took off Big Man.
Yeah,
I had Big Man on mine.
Yeah, so we eliminate Big Man, which only leaves one spot left open because I'm pretty sure we all here have 4 of the 5. So
does Big Man include Kareem then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would have 2 spots open.
Yeah,
you had Kareem and Shaq, so you take them 2 off. Yeah.
You would put MJ.
Then MJ and Kobe would be on there.
Yeah. So that leaves one more spot left. Well, I don't know if you had Bron yet. Yeah, so you leave one more spot.
I had Bron on it. Damn, one more spot. Damn. I mean, he's kind of right, Kev. Like, who could you say it was like?
I mean, like I said, I would, in my opinion, I would have MJ, a better scorer, the number 1. I would have Bron, Kobe, KD, Melo. That's just my opinion.
Melo. Here's what I would say about Melo and Curry. I feel like Curry has a better inside game than Melo.
That's fine. And Curry's a better 3-point shooter than Carmelo Anthony is also.
Yeah.
But I just think if you tell me one of these players are going to go out there and drop 30 for me, I'm going to bank that it'll be Melo before it will be Steph. That's just me.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I mean, Steph is. I don't know, man. This year is playing head games with me and Steph.
That's fine.
This season got me in that. I don't know.
I apologize for the bringing in Mr. Mac, Mr. Loser.
Can we stop with the T-Mac slander, man? Them my people.
He started it.
You know what I mean?
It's not anything personal, like, because I don't. It
is personal.
Personal because
it feels personal, brother.
But like, T-Mac is one of the. If we're going by that definition, he's one of the 10 to 15 greatest scorers of all time.
T-Mac did have a point on Shaq's podcast about 2003.
Stop. No, he didn't.
He did have a point.
No, he didn't.
If that year happened in today's day and age, he would have been considered for MVP.
He would have. I'll give you that. He shouldn't have been MVP, but I'll give you. He would have been considered.
He probably would have been number 2.
Who was number 2 that year?
T-Mac said he wasn't even considered. So I don't know. Maybe it was.
What was the year? 03?
2003. Could have been Shaq. Could have been Kobe. Maybe. I don't know.
Wasn't either of them. I don't think. Maybe KG. Wait, 2003. Who won? Tim?
Tim Duncan won.
Jason Kidd was number 2.
And you know what, T-Mac? T-Mac kind of got a point, man. His team, without him, his team wouldn't have been
03-04 season or 02-03?
It's whenever the Spurs won.
02-03.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me go back.
You got a point about that, though. In today's day and age, he would have been considered an MVP candidate.
It was Duncan, Garnett, Kobe, T-Mac, Shaq.
It's 4. That's fine.
You got to be top 3 to be considered.
Yeah, that's fine. 4th is fine.
That's not fine. What is your problem with T-Mac?
Look.
Yeah, he called the man a loser.
There's no problem. I'm really sick of, like, with basketball discussion, like, people from the older generation just talking down. Oh, like, I would have did it. No, you wouldn't have. Oh, we would have smacked Giannis. No, you would not have.
That was a ridiculous take. Let's not bring him up.
The Charles Oakley thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would have been dropping 30 and 15 on YouTube. Like, let's not do this, man.
That was a bad take. That's a bad take. T-Mac does have a point about his take, though. And let's not act like T-Mac didn't get hit with the injury reaper. You know what I mean?
Stop.
He did.
Stop.
He did.
It's personal. It's personal,
he had 7 healthy years and get out the first round once. I'm tired.
Name me T-Mac's second best player, though.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, he never played a full healthy season with Yao.
Here's the thing. Don't care. He was up 3-1, 03. Couldn't get the job done. Don't care. 05, up 2-0. Going home versus Dallas. Couldn't get the job done. Don't want to hear it. 07 or 08. It was 07.
Sometimes it's the luck of the roll, you know? When you roll a dice, it just sometimes don't go your way.
Okay.
T-Mac, like Derrick Rose, was hit with the injury.
D Rose accomplished more in his 3-4 year career. I don't want to hear it, man.
What about, you say never getting out the first round. What about Brandon Roy?
I don't care about Brandon Roy. No,
but we know what Brandon Roy could have been.
All right. Now, you know what the difference is? Brandon Roy didn't have 7 healthy seasons.
But who was T-Mac's second best player?
I don't care. Get the job done.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that, bro. You can't.
No, okay. Hear me. On a real note, I understand T-Mac, Grant Hill, they had a whole big plan. Grant Hill's injuries derail what could have been something special in Orlando. I will agree. Let me clarify that because I am
thank you.
I am 25% joking right now. Maybe 45% joking with like the T-Mac stuff. But on like, I get the injuries hurt his team, but him, we're not going to sit here and like front like he was playing juggernauts in the first round. They lost to Baron Davis's Hornets. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, hold on now.
You played the Jazz twice. Like, come on, man.
The Jazz were nice.
Huh?
The Jazz were nice. The Jazz were nice.
You don't talk to me like that's a lopsided series that you can't win. You were the 4th and 5th seed. That's an even series. I don't want to hear that.
It looked even on paper.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh, so you realize how good the Jazz actually were, though?
They won 7 games.
I mean, luck of the dice.
Yeah, okay. You up 2-0. You're up 2-0 on the Mavericks. You win the first 2 games in Dallas. Great. You're going home to Houston in 05. You can't.
Who was his second best player?
Yao was playing that series.
Yao got hurt though.
I don't care. I don't. Like he was playing in one of those games, man.
Yeah, that's the reason they won the first 2. Yao got hurt though.
Yeah, you fact check this one of these times because we'll come back. Like,
yeah, T-Mac and Yao have never played a full healthy series together.
You're probably right. I still don't care. Like, look, bro. Great, but we gotta stop capping for these dudes.
I like T-Mac. T-Mac, listen, I'm sorry, man. You know, as us Polk County guys gotta stick together, Mac.
T-Mac and Yao have only played 220 games together.
That's fine. Here's the thing. This is the last thing I'll say. He's one of my favorite players of all time. Truly. He actually is. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
31 games in 05-06. All right, go ahead.
I really do love his game. He is very aesthetically pleasing. But we got to stop with like the what ifs, like with him, with a lot of these players. The what ifs. Oh man, if only he was healthy. He had 7 years.
But
man.
These are facts, though. You know, these are facts.
Like I just like, oh, his career would have been so like no, it wouldn't have.
When you hear other NBA players talk, though, they talk about the what ifs.
That's fine for them. I just personally don't care. Like I can leave it at he was a great player in his prime. He was one of the 5 best players in the NBA, especially during his peak. I'll give you.
So put it like this: you see what Ja is doing now, right? You see what Ja Morant's doing now. Picture in a couple years, Ja Morant just gets derailed by injuries. You're gonna tell yourself like this kid could have been something special.
But here's the thing: that wasn't T-Mac. That wasn't. We're projecting. T-Mac was already past his prime when the injury started hitting him in 08. Because I remember they went on that 22-game winning streak.
Well, he got hurt in Orlando.
And yeah, he was healthy for them playoff series.
And then the whole back thing is what cost him his career.
Down in Houston, I agree. Healthy for the playoff series though, right? And it's just funny to me, hilarious even, that the moment that he gets hurt in 09 and can't play, they get to the second round. That's just hilarious to me. Not that it's anything to do with him. I really don't. I think, like you said, luck of the draw. They pushed the Lakers to 7 game, but it's just a hilarious stroke of irony to me, if you will.
They had a great team that year. That's not like they didn't have a great team, because they had a great team that year. That team was built to win with T-Mac and Yao being healthy.
Yeah. Anyways, enough T.
I think it's personal, man. I don't know what T-Mac did to him.
Man, you can't ever go to his restaurant.
Restaurant?
Yeah, he has one here in Arbondale, or else in Arbondale, Lakeland. You know,
we wouldn't know.
That's so messed. Well, let's move on. I don't need to accidentally run into this guy one day and he's like, yo, what's up with this Preston dude? Oh my God. A lot of football news, all right? This is going to be a pretty lengthy podcast. We got a lot of football news. We'll try to get through it pretty quick, though. You know, to Kev's delight, Aaron Rodgers stays at Green Bay. Real quick, fellas, yay or nay on this move? Kev, I don't even know why I'm asking you.
Yay!
Here's why I will yay it at the same time really nay it, because it's like y'all cap space is effed.
No, we restructured 3.
You guys are $45 million
contracts.
over cap right now.
We got it.
No, you don't. Unfortunately, some people are gonna have to be let go.
No, we only gotta let go of one person.
You gotta let Devontae Adams walk?
No, he just got franchise tag.
Oh, okay then. So you're gonna have to let some people go. Those people who were playing second string last year, some of them are gonna have to step up. Unfortunately,
we're finna extend our all Pro Bowler cornerback Alexander. Then we're probably gonna have to let go of Zadarius Smith.
I don't know, man. I don't think it'll be the same Packer team.
No, we'll be better. Trust me, we'll be good.
You say that, and then
trust me.
Listen, I always say the Packers. So long as they have Aaron Rodgers, the Packers will be great. It's just I just know where the destination ends for the Packers.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
I was just thinking this. Like, I feel like at this point we should know what happens with the Packers. Oh wow,
here we go. Here this guy goes.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all got the same kind of trajectory as the Cowboys lately.
Stop it. No, because we're always gonna be a number 1 or number 2 seed.
Right.
And you're losing playoffs.
In your home stadium.
Look. Things happened, we learned from our mistakes.
How many years has it been?
Okay, let's go through the years. Let's go through the past 3 years. 3 years ago, we lost to San Francisco because of our O-line. We got that better. Next year, we lost because of our cornerbacks and our O-line again.
Right.
Got that better. Then this past year, we lost because of our special teams. We fired that special teams coach and just hired a great one. We're doing better.
Okay. So what happened to 3 years before that?
And then the 3 years before that, 3 years.
Yeah. We didn't have Devontae. We didn't have guys like that. So that was basically the Brady show.
It's funny to me, like, might call him T-Mac with a ring.
Don't do that.
Season player, regular season player.
Don't do that.
Out during the playoffs. It's just, I don't know.
T-Mac couldn't do anything. Aaron's done a lot.
Like Aaron Rodgers, first of all, I have a vendetta against Aaron Rodgers. I just don't like the guy.
He's a likable guy.
He is not a likable guy.
I like Aaron.
Aaron. That's fine.
Here's what I will say though. As much flack as Russell Wilson gets for winning because he had a great defense, it's starting to look that way with Aaron too.
No. Because the difference is with that Seattle team, they were an all-time great defensive team. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Right?
Was Green Bay not neither though?
I've never heard nobody say it. I like their defense, but I wouldn't say they're all-time great defense.
They didn't have a nickname or nothing like that, but you go back and look at that depth chart, and some all-time great defensive players on that team.
And then you also got to factor in, the don't bring that name up. Russell Wilson, excuse me. The Russell Wilson thing, you also knew on the other end, you had Russell Wilson who could scramble and run, but you also had arguably the best running back in the league at the time, in Marshawn. Green Bay, you had the best wide receiver in the league and arguably the best quarterback in the league. So I don't think neither one defense really carried the quarterback.
They needed them defenses to win.
I mean, every you can't name one Super Bowl championship team that's won without a great defense. Besides the Chiefs. Exactly.
Yeah, it would take me some time to think though. The Colts, when we won, our defense wasn't great. Good. Not great.
That was a while ago.
What about the Saints when they won?
Their defense wasn't terrible.
Wasn't great. It was like the Chiefs. It was good, but that offense was everything.
But let's segue though. Let's talk about your Colts, man.
No, listen, I'm glad we did what we did. I don't care. Sue me.
Does Carson get a tribute video?
Nope. Actually, all his footage got deleted the day he got traded.
All he's done for y'all?
Right. Losing 2 important games to get to the playoffs. Missing games because you won't get vaccinated. You know? Right.
It's me. He has his own rights, you know?
That he does. That he does. And I hope he enjoys those rights, playing for the Commanders over there.
They can play for the Commanders. That's tough.
When he got shipped off, it was I had a drink. You know, rang in the occasion. I wrote Jim Irsay privately and thanked him for such a move, such bravery, you know, in times like this. So we got a choice. We either gonna move forward with our young quarterbacks and rebuild, or we go out there and we snag a quarterback and we try to make something happen. Hopefully Ty signs back.
You give us some picks for Jordan Love and we'll call it even.
No, no, he hasn't proven anything.
That's the point.
You got to prove it. We want Deshaun. I know he's been in trouble or whatever, but he just got cleared. He got cleared. Okay. He just got cleared. You know.
Yeah.
He got cleared. All right. If the gloves don't fit, you must quit. Right.
He was guilty. He was both of them guilty. What do you mean?
If the glove don't fit, you must quit, right? We don't know what happened. Only they know what happened. Hey, Preston, real quick, your camera is like sideways.
Oh yeah, I have my charger on. Let me.
Man, one job.
But I'm cool with our move, you know.
So this man, y'all put that man on the Commanders. That's crazy.
I banked everything on us getting Rodgers. I was really hoping we made a play for Rodgers, and
you know that wasn't gonna happen. We weren't gonna give him up.
If Rodgers really wanted to win, he would have gave us a look.
He could win here. He's done it before.
We have the best running back in the league. Yeah, I said We do though. We do. You know what I mean? We do.
A man named Jonathan can't be the best running back.
But he was. You know?
The man's name is Jonathan.
He was. JT, we call him. We call him JT. Indy. He was the best running back in the league. We have a top 5 defense. You know? T.Y. Hilton's over there.
That. You can stop bringing up T.Y. Hilton. He ain't nothing. What is he?
T.Y. Hilton is the man. All right? You just... Right. And for sure, if Aaron Rodgers would have came to Indy...
No,
we have cap space, unlike Green Bay. So you best believe a couple of receivers would have followed suit.
We're good.
That's crazy. He wanted to stay there and lose to 49ers for a 5th time, I guess.
All right. Anyways, Mr. Wilson is on his way to Denver.
Crazy.
What's your thoughts on that?
You know, I thought it wasn't going to happen because they was like, he has to agree on it. And I was like, there's no way Sierra's going to Denver. But she said, yeah. And here we are, you know.
Could you imagine? Now Future got to send his money to Denver now.
Oh, my goodness.
Ain't it crazy? Like, is it kind of wrong that Seattle sent him there?
Seattle's done some questionable moves.
Because they, like, out of all teams, you know, they made sure he went to a loser.
I mean, yeah, because Denver don't really have nothing. They got Climate. No?
I don't know how he's going to make that work over there. In that division, yeah, good luck. Good luck, buddy. He's gonna be running for sure.
Yeah, I give him another 2 years.
He thought he was scrambling before. Because that Chargers team just added Khalil Mack over there. Next to Bosa. Yeah. That's the team to watch for next year. Chargers.
The black man and the white man unite. Who would have thought?
Sometimes you gotta put your differences aside for a better cause. You know?
Justin Herbert.
Do you expect any like big moves coming up? Like,
I mean, I heard at the end of the season that Garoppolo was going to get traded, so I want to see what's going to happen with that.
When Indy made the trade, I heard Garoppolo was coming to Indy, and I almost fainted.
Why not? You don't want me, Mr. Jimmy?
Why like give up one QB for the same QB? You know what I mean? It would be really redundant, and I would denounce my Colts fandom if that happened.
Can't do that.
Sure I can.
Stick through
Sure I can. Sure I can.
You gotta stick through thick and thin, man.
That wasn't in the contract. Things change, you know. But
that's it in the football department.
For now, it looks like more stuff is about to happen. Out of free agents, Deshaun Watson is a free man, so he was innocent. Preston,
he was not. He is not. You know,
the court said he was innocent. All 20 of those women were liars.
Just the Me Too movement, man. We gotta stop it.
Nah.
But what if though? Like, what if he was innocent for real? No.
He's not. There's literally 0% chance.
You know who this reminds me of?
These are all allegations.
You know who this reminds me of?
Stop.
The legendary, honorable Roberto.
No, man. Roberto is a movie villain come to life.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Could you imagine if they were casting a movie about this man's life and they needed somebody to play it? Yes, nigga. Who's gonna take the job? Like, who's really gonna take that job?
I don't know. You're gonna be a hated marked person. You take that role. And people gonna see you and they're gonna see him.
Would you take that role, Preston?
No.
No matter how much money they threw at you.
There's literally no amount.
Like, oh my God, it's Preston. He played R. Kelly. Like, get from that man right now, girl. You see the things he's done.
The braids out. You thought you wouldn't recognize him.
As far as we know, Deshaun Watson, these are all allegations, and he was proven innocent today in a courtroom. So
yeah, we should as one black man to another, we ought to look at this man.
No, not doing that.
You don't find it funny though that he's like, he won it off the Texans, and then these allegations arose.
Yeah, I think everything's shady, but it doesn't mean that these 20 people came together and just like,
I can if I had enough money, I can go get 20 girls to say anything.
He's not. He's not innocent.
You looking a little shady, Press. Are you working for the
Nah.
Can you imagine?
Are you undercover?
I mean,
For the hurts my throat just thinking about it.
Need some water over there.
All right. You know, that's the NFL news. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get hit with like a couple more bombshells.
Probably.
I don't know how big, but it'll be pretty big. No, I think the biggest one. I think the Russell Wilson thing is probably gonna be the biggest thing.
Probably, I can see that.
All right, man. Moving on. I want to talk about this whole how the world turned on Kim thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
How the turntables.
Yeah.
Kim took it upon herself to tell people that they need to get off their ass and get to work.
I have to
Great message. Just not the right person to spread that message. Like, do people just think like we forget how they became famous?
They had the nerve to post this. Why are you sitting down?
You told us to get off our ass. Here you are. But yeah, I'm not gonna be the one to bring up Kim's past.
I am. Because somebody on Twitter was like, even in the sex tape, you weren't putting in work. I was like, dang, it's crazy.
She really wasn't. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 1 star. No.
I've never seen it. Is it not worth it?
It's not. It's not. I mean, if you want to watch Ray J put on a performance, then I guess.
I guess.
I guess.
You know it's crazy. I never knew that Ray J. First of all, because all I think of him for is the glasses thing. That's all I can think. I can't imagine.
Get your Ray-Bans. But
Kim's had her turns around the industry.
Yeah,
to say the least.
And I'm not shaming her for that, but
I am.
you guys,
Kevin.
It's bad.
Now. Everybody has multiple partners.
Yeah,
But in that short of a span,
she just wasn't feeling it. It didn't work out. These things happen. What about guys who have multiple wives? I'm on my 5th wife. Damn.
I mean, well,
that's how I look at it.
All the guys,
it's the same thing.
That's how I look at it. Because if I sit there and try to think about how many bodies a girl might have, it's gonna throw off my whole perception of her. You know what I mean? I looked at this girl and I found her to be beautiful. I shouldn't let the body count.
But you wouldn't want to know?
Nah, not really.
I mean, and especially knowing the fact that she has a tape the whole world has seen.
Well, if she had a tape the world has seen, you would know she had a tape the world has seen. You know what I mean? But don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me and don't ask me.
I just don't feel like it's important information.
Right.
Really? So you talk to a girl, y'all dating for about, let's say, a cool month. Then she just brings up, sex. Says, yeah, oh, by the way, my number is... Before she even comes out with the number, you're not going to be thinking, okay, what it is.
Okay, if she brings it up like that, but if I'm talking to a girl, we're past 21, I'm already assuming you've had a certain number of people. So the number, unless it's astronomically large, I'm not going to be oh, wow, I never knew.
Okay, so if it's 10 or more,
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know just because I don't care after a certain point. I'm at the point where I don't care. If eventually I'm meet a girl down the line, be 27, 28. Oh wow, this might be the one. I'm going to know. We're both going to know. It's all right, we've been with other people. What that number of people is, I don't know. Maybe that comes up.
So she could have been. She could have been the school of thought, and you just didn't know.
I don't.
And you're just cool with that.
I don't care about
just to interfere here. You said down the line, and then you said 27, 28. I felt a little fitted. Continue.
I'm sorry, man.
Down the line made it sound like that line was I quite fondly remember my 21s and 22s. Thank you. I was like, yeah, Lee. You know, that was right up there with the OG. You know what I mean? The young nigga that called me OG in the gym. That was right up there with that, bro.
I be trying to tell you, man. This dude disrespectful. It's personal, man.
That was crazy. That hit me in the back of the head, bro. That was like.
I'm sorry, man.
Like, yeah, nigga, he talking about you.
Like, you keep it up, old man.
I'm sorry.
Continue. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. I mean, like I said, I don't care. Like after a certain point, like if you just broke up with somebody and like you're trying to like, just let me know. Let me know up front like what it's gonna be. But I don't care about your body count. I really don't.
You know, the only time I really care is when I'm doing it. You know, and it's not caring. It's just I think about it. I'm like, man, how many more were in here before I was?
This nigga act like he was a tunnel or something.
No,
That's crazy.
no, I'm just saying, like, you don't ever think about it while you stroke, you know?
No, I mean, like, hey, like, look, I my whole thing is like, if you're not dating them, then okay, you don't care because you know they're not yours. But if they're yours, you're gonna want to know their history.
No, man, no, it's not good. It's not good for the psyche, bro.
Like, because then you're gonna be like, if you're that worried, concerned about it in the relationship, you're gonna be like, your opinion on them is gonna start changing. I hope not, but damn, she was really good.
Put it like this: she's okay. Let's say you ask, and she says 15. You sitting here thinking, which one of these 15 still has her heart? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's 3 steps
No,
ahead.
that's bad, Kevin.
3 steps ahead.
No, because you're psyching yourself out. Now you on your P's and Q's for no reason.
What you mean? You always gotta be on your P's and Q's.
No, that's not good.
Because if she's yours, she's yours.
So if you're in a relationship, you're not in your P's and Q's. You're just happy.
If she's mine, she's mine, bruh.
In a healthy relationship, you shouldn't be. Oh no, what dude is cut? Like no, that's
no.
not good.
I don't mean like overprotective or I forgot the words I was gonna say, but like I mean as in like, just in case type thing or what if.
No,
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
No, the only thing like Preston said, if she just got out of a relationship, I need to worry about this psycho ex or something like that, then yeah, let me know. That I need to deal with this.
So you worried about the psycho ex, but not what she could be doing that we don't know about.
I mean, unless she's like this like thotty, but like that's not the girl you want to be with. How are we
supposed to find out though?
That's not the girl you want to
know
be with.
She's a thotty if you don't know her history.
You don't, but I mean, when you do find out, you'll be heartbroken. Yes, but that ain't the girl for you. You know what I mean? You just gotta take it on chin at that point. Come on now. You know what would be crazy if like you were constantly out with her and she sees a dude on social media and she's like, oh, me and him dated, and she like kept doing that. Then it's like those are red flags, you know what I mean? Hey, damn, she dated all these guys. But you wouldn't do that to a girl though, right? You wouldn't be like, damn, I dated her. Yeah, I remember me and her hooked up.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Stop.
It'd be Armageddon right then and there.
Just in case she wanted to know.
Girls act like they want to know the body count. Girls don't want to know the body count either.
Nobody wants to know the body count.
I mean, what's the point of keeping track of it?
That's just a person. That's just for you, really. Like,
yeah. Like, damn, I was with this person. Yeah, like it's not.
Just in case. Let's say you contract something. You know, the doc asks you. You're like, hey man, hey, doc, I've slept with over such and such number of people, so it could be possibly any of these number of people.
You know who I'd call?
And don't say it. Don't say it, man.
Mr. Irving.
I knew you. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Just saying. But nah, I'm just saying. Like, if you get in a relationship with a girl, you should know their history, if you will. Just so you're not out there walking in the blind. You know, like for example, if you meet a girl, like again, y'all dating for like a month or two, y'all go out somewhere where she's from. Now you walking around, the niggas that you walking by, they just making faces and you don't know what's going on. Come to find out, all them niggas done did their thing with her. So now you just walking around looking dumb. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to know your history.
But like, that's history. That's exactly what it is, right?
If that's your girl now, bro, man,
I can't, brother. I told you what I would do with Tiana Trump, right?
I mean, okay. Wait. So you'd cuff?
I'd actually cuff still. You know what I mean? Don't
I
make
mean,
that face, Preston. You called me old earlier. All right. I still cuff, but that's because I don't know. She just seemed like a cool person. Now I would have to put everything she's ever done out of my
But
skull.
you can't.
I
see
could.
with your own eyes. No, you can't.
I could. I swear I could.
No.
That's not.
Dude.
That's literally not possible.
Every time you tweet, I'm streaming. The niggas are posting
that's where I was
videos.
getting to. That's where I was getting to. Right. Number one, I'm off Twitter. I'm definitely off Twitter. I'm off all social media platforms. You won't hear from me anymore. You know what I mean? So that, yeah, you got that. Number two, keep the relationship very confidential. Like, you know what I mean?
So, so even if she hit you with the, all right, I'm finna go to work.
No,
you're thinking
she doesn't do that line of work anymore. Like, she's out the game, but she's my girl. You know what I mean?
This girl is touring colleges.
But she's out the game. Like, I'm talking about she was out the game, and then I cuffed her. I wouldn't cuff her while she's still in the game. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
That'd be insane. But I just other than the movies, her personality is like, she's chill, she's cool as hell. Like, she cool peoples. I need someone down to earth like that. You know what I mean?
A lot of niggas know she's down to earth.
Next topic. Run the next.
Oh man. Okay, speaking of girls and out, that's all interesting take that said a girl posted. She said, if a girl has a birthday dinner, the boyfriend/husband should pay for everyone's meal at the dinner.
Hey, fresh eggs and chicken tenders, man.
So we going in the kitchen. Whipping up them scrambled eggs, put them Tyson chicken tenders in the oven.
Hey, I don't know why I brought this up, because this is outrageous. Like, who thinks of this? You know what I mean? Why I gotta feed your hungry ass?
And then on their birthday they like to go to the most expensive place.
Right. Like, why does your friends have to be here?
Next thing you know, next round's on him. No, it's not.
It ain't.
I skip out on that check so fast.
Like, I thought I heard the alarm.
Excuse me, ladies. I apparently forgot my coat in the car. We saw you walk with it on. No, you didn't, Patrice. It's in the car.
Oh man.
It's a dumb topic, but it's like, I did see it, and they were debating it on Twitter, of course. Twitter's got to be filled with just the most crazy minds in the universe. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a hilarious place, but it is also the dumbest place. People have, nah.
It's like you came on social media and thought this was okay to say.
Like, is there Is there a reason why like females target men on Twitter
There's a
and then
specific
want
group.
him?
You know what I mean? There's a specific group of girls on Twitter who like their job is to create this disdain for men. You know what I mean? Their job is to like push the agenda. We don't need him, you know? The independency. You know.
Like, I can't say it's not warranted sometimes. Like,
there's completely like there's some jackasses out there. There's some, you know.
No, there's a lot. Let's keep it real. There's a lot.
But you can't lump us into one group. You know what I mean? Just like I wouldn't lump.
That's a lot.
I wouldn't lump every girl into the thought category. You know what I mean?
But it's just like, I get it. There, and if you think about it, let's just put it in perspective. Like, let's flip it. How many girls have like all we've been with and just been like, oh, that's a bad experience? Like, it's the majority. Like, it's the same thing with them. They're just voicing it on Twitter. And there's a section of men that do the same thing, specifically.
No, because we don't go on Twitter and stuff and be like, all women are terrible.
No, but we do a lot of things. Like, it's there's a section that on Twitter that targets black. This weird section that like black men target. I can't. This black woman did me wrong. That's why I date my white queen. It is the weirdest section of Twitter ever, and it's a fairly decent crowd, and it's by far it's really strange. But I just can't sit here and pretend like it's just women doing this. There's plenty of weird old men out here that are doing the same thing.
I hear that. It is weird, man.
I think it's a people thing.
It's also like people not letting other people live their life, bro. So what? This man married a white woman, or like,
yeah,
he's in love.
Who might one like that?
Well, I mean,
I try not to upset Dr. Umar.
Yeah, I don't know about that, big fella. I couldn't date no white woman. I kind of agree.
We will not.
Wait. Throwback. Hold on, throwback. Isn't this the same fellow?
Flashback. Hey, cue the flashback. And it's gonna play right now too.
What y'all think about dating a white girl?
I beg your pardon?
Listen.
That was random.
Dr. Umar would not be
Hey man, look. Let me explain. I can talk to, in my youth, let me say it that way. In my youth, while I'm living life, not taking it so seriously, I can be into the I'm at the place where I'm like, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. But for me, myself, like seeing myself actually seriously settle down, I cannot see myself settling down with somebody who is not black. That's just the whole what?
You, bro, roll the clip again. You said meet the family. You don't meet the family unless it's serious, Preston.
No. Did I really?
Yes, you said that.
What he said was that was what would hinder him from moving forward.
Yes,
okay. I could have sworn you said meet the family.
That would hinder me. Like, I don't want anything that's like serious. I could mess around. I could fool around. I'd be like, oh, bet. Hit me up at like 2 a.m. I'm there. I'm fully fine. Whatever. Cool. But like, as far as settling down something serious, that's just like on a real note. Like, that's just I'm missing the whole like part of me. I can't listen to some of my music in the car with her and like
you would think that, right? Like that's just your like you think that because culturally the difference, like there's white girls who listen to predominantly rap music,
That's cool, but I can't sing along to those songs with you.
Well, she just would have to like mute herself during the
no, but
the obvious words.
I don't want I don't want my partner to mute themselves. I want us to sing together. I want us to sing about black love songs, but I can't sing black love songs, R&B, 90s with a white woman. I can't do it.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Who said?
Man,
But most of those R&B songs didn't have any N-words or nothing.
yeah,
It's not about the N words per se. That's more. It's just like you said earlier. It's the culture. Shut up, man.
Because if y'all get in an argument, let's say she wanted you to clean the dishes. You didn't clean the dishes. Argument. Now she called you a nigga. Now you don't know what to do.
See, I gotta end the whole relationship. It could be 4 years deep.
I'm talking about mixed kids and all. Now that's it. She called me a nigga. I gotta go.
Got a divorce.
Nigga, you gonna clean these dishes or what? My word. Elizabeth, what's gotten into you?
Elizabeth.
That'd be crazy. I don't even know you anymore. If you meet very southern, like most southern white girls, right? They get it. They won't do it. They ain't gonna do that to you. You know what I mean?
Even still, and here's another part. I can't be married to an old white woman. You know how wrinkly they get?
You mean like a sugar mama?
That's crazy.
No, but like by age 47, like they're through. Like it's over. Skin wrinkled. They look 68.
Well, yeah, I give you that. So you can have a sugar mama?
That's different. They give me money.
That's crazy.
Could you do it?
I would sugar mama, sugar daddy. I don't care if you giving me money.
Wait a minute. You'd have a sugar daddy? Is that what you just said?
If you are giving me money, I don't care.
Hold on now. Let's take a time out here for a second.
Time out. Flag on the play. Offside.
So, to what extent is this sugar pops?
I don't. When I consider, I won't do anything with a sugar mama or a sugar daddy that I'm not comfortable with.
Wait, Preston. You know the word is in the name.
Yeah, I know. Little forehead, little ear nibbles, things like.
I was gonna say ear nibble.
No, man. I'm sorry, but nobody's elderly pops be getting me to do that little dancey dance for any kind of change. You know, we throwing hands at that point.
You at an all-time low, man. It's crazy.
Not. I'm at an all-time high.
Put the Mike's lemonade away, man.
Yeah, man. You had too many.
No, but like, do you feel like that's because of like, I don't know, because I used to feel the same way, and then I met like some cool, white girls and Spanish girls and stuff like that. Like with a Spanish girl, could you see yourself with a Spanish girl?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like culturally, it's not. There's differences, of course, but there's just not too much difference.
Yeah, no, it's just that I'm of the opinion that like black women are. That's me.
I feel
and
like
you said,
Kev doesn't feel that way, but
I do. My track record speaks for itself.
Yeah, we've never seen his
Well,
record.
my brother Kevin is right there. So
right there with you too, guys. Right?
I don't know.
Who's this guy?
No, about that.
Listen, I love my black queens. I do. I also just happen to love other queens.
Princesses and
men. I dwelled in the different varieties.
And here's the thing: there's nothing wrong. Like again, whoever you want, that's fine. It's just, and I've met, specifically at this place I'm working at, I met dope people, white folks, cool as heck. People I can see myself being friends, cool with for many years to come. I just couldn't see myself just like, damn, yeah, you the one. I couldn't, no.
So that one white girl who had a crush on you is gonna see this and be like, "Dang, I thought I was the one." He
That's
just broke her whole momentum.
that's heartbreaking.
It is what it is.
Your Mary Jane is at that gym watching
Which
you.
no. I'm not worried about no Mary Jane. No white woman with red hair. Are you kidding me? No.
Redhead.
I'm good.
This just seems a little racist, you know.
No. No.
I mean, the reason I just couldn't see is because just like you invite her to y'all cookouts or y'all hangouts, everything cool. We ain't got no problem. White girl, she the only white girl there. Cool, whatever. But you go to her spot. Ooh, what do we have here? It's like, all right.
Why is it always she got to be the only one there? Like, we ain't got cousins who be dating white girls. She's gonna have about one or two of them there with her.
You know what's crazy? None of my cousins date no white girls.
Well, I can't say the same. You know, I mean, I don't know. Marrying, I don't know, because I view marriage as like
sacred.
No, like I don't. That's not in my plans.
Oh yeah, he's not a marital guy.
At least not by paperwork. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's kind of how it's legal, but
so they say. You know, I feel like if we feeling it, you know what I mean?
I will let you finish what you said. That is a perfect segue to something that you're gonna love. Go ahead.
Right. I just feel like marriage, like I want to be with this person for the rest of my life. She wants to be with me for the rest of her life. And that's all we need.
But they're gonna want that title.
The man upstairs knows that. I'm gonna give her the ring. She can get the ring. Paperwork in the hands of the U.S. government, like I don't need that. You know what I mean?
Y'all come together as one.
Right. We can do that without, courtrooms, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that tonight.
All
right. What I was saying was, I know you have your thoughts, and I'm gonna let you have your little segment right here while we're ending it off with your conspiracies. Go ahead and give us a conspiracy.
A conspiracy? You big into conspiracies, Preston?
Oh God. Not really, but I love debunking them. So go ahead.
Welcome to Rio's Conspiracies. What we talking about? Hey, no, but look, okay. Here's one that I am yet to I don't know. We had a huge debate at work. Me and my two friends, Ricky and Sway. I am of the belief that the moon landing was not real. You know? Listen. Number of things. Okay. So you're telling me they went to the moon, right? And supposedly at this time, while this was happening, teachers were pulling in live broadcasts into the classrooms of this happening. Where did this technology come from that you could live broadcast yourself going to space and landing on the moon in the 70s? Right? Number two, we haven't been back since. It's been how many years? And we haven't been back to the moon? And they give us an explanation of why is that. They say the technology isn't suffice. Yet it would suffice enough back then. Number three, in the original moon landing video, the flag was seen waving. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's no gravity on space. So, if anything, the flag wouldn't wave like this green screen behind me. It would start to float upward, stick up. Those are just some of the.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that, Preston?
One, I've heard that conspiracy before. My dad is big into conspiracy, so I've heard it.
He's a smart man.
Two,
Astute.
two, like I generally don't care about like, oh, we went to the moon, fine. You believe we've been to space though, right?
We have been to space.
Okay.
We have, but I'm talking about the original moon landing.
The original. Oh,
Neil
that's
Armstrong.
fine. I'm just building my point. That's all. You believe we've been to Mars?
I think they put a rover on Mars,
Yeah, for sure.
but they never put a rover on the moon.
We have like a whole bunch of stuff. Like
They don't have actual like satellite images of the moon.
I think you're underestimating. I for the why we haven't been back to the moon. I don't know. I think the context of why we went to the moon in the first place was a big reason. Like we were doing the whole thing, the Cold War with Russia and all of that. Am I mistaken?
Yeah.
I feel it was like it was
Space race. It was us versus them.
Man knows his history.
Yeah, we wanted to get to to space first and to prove that we have the technological advantage and the space advantage over Russia. Once we proved that, there wasn't any real need to just like, let's go put people on the moon. It's a dangerous mission. But it felt like it was something necessary to do in that time because we were so afraid of the Soviet Union, yada, yada. I'm not a big, like we've been to the moon. Let me just put it that way. We've been to the moon. Like, we've been to the moon. But even if it came out that it didn't, it wouldn't affect me in any way because we've seen every other part of space too. We like.
Here's what I think. I think now we are like advanced enough to explore space. But I think back then, I think it was orchestrated to give the illusion that we did so that, the Soviets would think that we beat them.
Yeah, I like if that was true, like if that came out as true, would I be surprised? No. Yes. But I would be surprised. I lied. Because I genuinely do believe we've been to space, to the moon, all of that. But it's not like world breaking like conspiracy theory. Like it's something for me that would be like, oh wow, we really didn't go to the moon? Shoot, let's do it now.
That's because we ain't got into the Matrix yet. But that's another conspiracy for another day. I mean.
All right, yeah, all right. That's
Hold on. Because Venus, they call it the sister planet, right? And if you look at geographically, if you look at Venus, it's much like Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that wasn't Earth before this Earth? Who's to say that at some time, civilization was moved from that planet to this planet? I think here's another conspiracy. This one's on a house. You know what I mean? I think Venus was like a destroyed Earth before we destroyed this Earth. Like we're doing the same thing that happened to Venus.
Get him, Preston.
So
what I'm saying is facts.
It's hypothetical.
Totally. Hypothetical. I love these hypotheticals. What about like evolution and stuff like that on Earth? Like you think we were like, what were we on Venus that made us devolve into monkeys?
I think when we came here on Earth, we went through the Dark Ages, right? And then like people who had to live through those dark times, like kind of like everything like digressed, like intelligence, everything, because people were being born into not having certain resources available.
Like, do you believe we were like people on Venus?
Yeah, I think to some like degree, like because they talk about the Neanderthal, right? Like I think at some point, like I think the Neanderthal started here from like a more advanced civilization, coming here first. There are some like wonders of the world here on Earth that we can't explain how they happen.
I agree. I mean, like I believe there's life out there somewhere, and this universe is a big place.
Like the pyramids. Nobody can explain the pyramids.
Pyramids don't make sense to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
They were built
By whom?
I was there.
By whom? If you can tell me who the pyramids were built by, no, they didn't. They didn't build those.
They had to.
Right not, sir. You know.
They had measurements and stuff.
I think there was a different civilization. I think it's just we went through the dark ages and digressed and then regressed, and here we are.
So the pyramids don't make sense to y'all, but something like the Grand Canyon
that don't make sense to me neither.
The Grand Canyon makes sense to me.
Unless that's years and years of erosion, or the Grand Canyon could be where the meteor who destroyed the dinosaurs hit.
No.
Just got to shoot it down. Who's to say?
Why not?
I think water erosion explains the Grand Canyon.
That's a lot of years. So
the Earth is billions of years old. I think there's a lot of mythological accounts take this into effect. Like we know the biblical account of the flood, and then there's also different accounts throughout other cultures about a massive flood. Now, was it all big one? I don't know. I don't think that's important. But I think the science behind it is water, erosion, canyon.
Yeah, that would be my first. That would be my first guess. I was just joking about the meteor thing, guys.
I don't know, cause out of all of that dirt, what is it? Dirt, clay, rock, whatever it is. That one middle piece is just got that, but it didn't wipe out everything else.
The Grand Canyon goes on for miles,
right? But when we speak of a flood, that water is gonna consume the whole Grand Canyon. So it just chose this place for this amount of depth and width. That makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Like he said, it could have been biblical, right? Could have. Okay.
The thing is just like one. I think we got to realize how old the Earth is and how many changes it went through. Like we had a couple ice ages. We had periods where the Earth was extremely hot. The Earth has been through a lot. It's billions of years old. Yada yada yada. Whatever. I'm not no science major or whatever.
We know.
But the Earth going through these changes, the Earth going through these changes, it shapes the way the planet is today.
Let's not also forget that the Earth is one big ass puzzle piece. That when you put all these continents together, they do fit.
Yeah.
But you put them together.
You can take them on a map and put them together, and they'll fit. All the pieces.
And what is the shape?
It's just one big ass.
No, it's actually it was called Pangea.
I guess tectonic. What do they call it? They the tectonic plates shifted and continents broke off.
But it was a process over a long period of time. Honestly, I find all this stuff very interesting. Being it's very fun.
Don't sleep on these conspiracies.
We may make this a new segment, the conspiracy.
I got another one. I'll tell y'all about it some other time.
All right, I'm gonna end it off with the question of the day.
Oh,
what?
Do you have time for one more? Because I do really want to opinion on this.
Yeah.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Doors than wheels?
Doors.
No. Do y'all believe there are more doors or wheels in the world?
Doors.
Wheels, right?
I'm with Kevin. This has been going on through Twitter. Doors or wheels?
Wheels.
And I had this debate at work.
Now, when you say wheels, does
I know.
Tires. Those like
Wheels.
you said wheels?
Not because
Like not
the
just tire wheels, but like
wheels, like even on wheels is a very broad definition, so I'm trying to narrow it because if you go like every wheel ever, it's like
if there's a wheel
in the middle of the wheel.
So like the wheels on the bus that go round and round.
Yes, and then wheels on like a chair that you see, like wheels, and then
like a wheelchair or like on a sailboat. There's a wheel to steer, like that type of thing.
not those, not like a wheel like that, but like wheels that roll.
So strictly just tire wheels.
Tire wheels, and like wheels on a chair, like a rolling chair, things like that.
Okay.
More wheels or doors?
Doors, right?
I'm gonna say doors.
I feel like because you could like a closet door, that's a door, pantry door. You know what I mean?
We're in the minority, like because there are a lot of wheels in the world.
Wouldn't a cabinet be considered a door?
Yeah, I would think so.
I would, yes. But then you got to start thinking about where else wheels are. If we're going that broad, we got to start thinking about the wheels in our because this is what people do, like wheels in our watches or wheels in clocks, things like that. Things that we don't think use wheels. Like, you feel me? It was just an interesting debate on Twitter, like that was going on, and the majority of people that said it, they said wheels. But I was just thinking about all the doors that we have in the world. Like,
I thought wheels initially, but when you said like steering boat stuff doesn't count, that counts, then I thought doors. But if you take everything into account, there's got to be more wheels, right?
But everything has a door.
But wheels are literally grinds that make mechanical things move are literally wheels.
But that's what I'm saying. So are we considered like a gear or a, what they're called? Anyway, there are those wheels, or are we just strictly talking about,
let's do tires, like tires, wheels, and then rolling wheels on like chairs, like you can roll something, things that make things move, and then doors, not cabinets, just like actual doors.
I'm gonna say wheels. I feel like at the max, there's about, well, depending on how many rooms are in the house, right? Like there's about 6 to 7 doors.
You know what? He's right. Because I feel like there's more cars than there are houses and buildings.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, I think there are more cars than there are buildings and homes.
But even with the cars, even in trucks, like every
4 doors. Yeah.
4 doors. And then taking into consideration hotels. There's a lot of hotel doors in a hotel.
Right.
It's too early for this. It's too early for this.
I mean, he's got a point. There's a door for every single floor on that hotel.
This is what Mike's Lemonade does to you, man.
They'll put them down. They're a potential sponsor. We love Mike's.
Drink responsibly.
Just a question to ponder on. I was thinking.
See, now you done screwed my head up.
Yeah, man.
You shouldn't do this to people who already think of many conspiracies. Somebody already put another conspiracy in my head the other day. It was like, are birds real?
Okay.
All right.
So,
all right.
So we're gonna end this off with the old question.
What's your question, Kevin? We're not doing that.
All right. So
I've never seen a baby bird in the wild, bro.
Have you never seen a baby bird
in the wild? Like,
they're pink and they stay in the nest.
But I've never seen this nest you speak of.
You're not a bird.
I'm just saying.
That's the point. You're not supposed to see. If they can see it, they will get eaten.
You know what?
Right.
Maybe birds are okay. Birds are real. Pigeons.
Yes,
Okay. What are you talking about?
I've never seen a baby pigeon.
I really feel like that's the same concept.
No. That is different.
A baby pigeon.
You see different sizes of crows and other birds, right? I've never seen a pigeon of different size.
How often have you gone out looking for a pigeon?
You ain't see pigeons. Like,
Have you ever looked? Have you ever looked for one? Like, damn, I really want to go see some pigeons. I'm gonna go see. Like, what are you talking about?
gone to the park, and I've fed pigeons before, and they're all the same size.
Have you seen a baby seagull?
I've seen seagulls of different size.
I've never seen a crow in a different size.
I see that all the time.
Crows are all the same.
No, crows, like, it be the small crows and then big crows, like real big crows.
I've seen same size crows, same size vultures.
I've seen smaller vultures. Like, I've seen big vultures.
Doves. But when it comes to pigeons,
That's another thing. I ain't never seen a dove out in the wild.
All right.
Y'all ever seen a white dove out in the wild?
Actually, yes.
Really?
Yes.
You sure you weren't hallucinating?
You ain't see that video of the dude at the funeral? He was on
the fireworks.
Right. They release them at funerals and weddings, but you never see these things like out in the wild. Do they come back? Like, do they come back to the trainer person?
I mean, if you train it, I guess. I'm not a bird trainer.
You can say that like a frisbee or something.
But I've never seen it in the wild. I've never been like, y'all see that white dove?
How often have you seen? How often have you gone looking out for a white dove? I'm sure if you go out there and look for one,
I guarantee you I won't find one.
I bet you put your mind to it for one day you could find one dove.
Anybody who sees a white dove out in public, you take a picture and you send it to me at Rio1 Gaming on Twitter.
You can't take a picture of a bird. They elusive.
No, you can take a picture of a bird that's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's called bird watching.
Yeah.
Y'all want to do that?
No.
All right. Say your question.
So, question of the day is kind of ties into what we talked about a little earlier. Can you marry potential?
No.
What's the potential you speak of?
Oh boy.
Like, for example, if you're like, for example, you're dating a girl, you know she has potential, and you know what's in her. Do you marry her?
Okay, when you say potential, right? Like, you're talking about she's like kind of pretty and she could be potentially beautiful. You mean like?
I mean, whether it be looks or character, whatever the case may be.
Like let's say I meet a girl and she's like, and she's like, I'm not working, but I'm in school. Like, I see that she does have the potential to put her mind to what she's doing and she will finish school. I mean, like that, or like
I'm using every potential, whether it be she don't look that good right now, but she could potentially look good, or she's in school potentially going to get a career, or she is trying to find herself, but she's potentially wife material type thing.
Okay,
right, like a thottie who
right.
you like, she potentially could be a housewife.
Right. All potentials.
I can, since you broke it down like that, I can go through a list. Looks, no, because that's a luck game. Because she might look like this. No, you gotta look.
Well, how many times have you like seen a girl from your high school and you're like, damn, she didn't look like that in high school?
But that was high school. You're supposed to grow up from then. Like, it's like when people post glow up pictures from when they were like 11 and now they're like 22. Say, oh, look how I glowed up. You used to make fun of me. Yeah, because you were wearing glasses, you had braces, and like, you look better now. Yeah, that's the point.
But
that's exactly. But when you're like 29, 30, you're going to look how you look.
Right.
And you're going to get worse as you get older. No offense.
Wow.
I mean, not.
I was called old like 3 times this episode. Crazy.
I mean, aiming at you, man. I don't know what you did to him.
He's ageist, I tell you. He's It's ageism at its finest.
I mean, my mindset was it would be dumb to marry potential if you know that you can't bring it out of them or if they don't have it. But if you know you can bring the potential out of them or you know it's in the process, then why not?
How would you know though?
Got that eye.
I mean, like, I'm a good motivator, so I think. But I just don't know if I can motivate everybody the same. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm not. It's like treats people like they're basketball players. Like, damn. I think you got a lot of potential, man. It's just like,
yeah. I mean, like you work them out. Draft comes up. You go through the paperwork. They have potential to be an all-star. Let's get them.
Like, no, because you also have the potential to be a bust. And like injury.
That's everybody though.
Huh?
That's everybody though.
You have to. If for like on a real note, like if I'm going to actually consider marrying you, I can't just like base it off what you could be. Theoretically, we're talking for a little minute now. By now, I've seen your character. I know who you are. You know who I am. We're not just off of potential or you could be this. No, I need to know who you are. Am I comfortable marrying you as you are right now? Because if not, no.
That's facts. If you're gonna marry somebody, you know her. Like
but that's kind of the same thing. Like if you feel comfortable, I know I can marry her. You marry her a year in, she starts to decline. Then now what? It's the same thing.
But here's the thing: like I don't think life isn't like you get to one place in life and then you're that way forever. There's always going to be. You're always going to change. Both people in a relationship, every relationship is going to be. Both of y'all are going to change. It's not some stagnant thing where it's just like one linear line, like, oh, this is who you're always going to be. There's always, I think life is more, or in relationships is more like this. It's ups and downs and there's a lot of zigzags, there's turns. It's just like, but as far as potential, like, oh, you could be a good person one day. Like, no. Like, you could turn your life around. No. Like, I need to know who you are in that moment. And I trust from where you are in that moment that we'll grow together, we'll win together, we'll lose together. But I'm not going to marry you off of just like, damn, you could be, I guess, maybe. Like, no.
Okay, let's say she was a stripper, but she was only stripping because she needs to make ends meet while she was going to school, you know.
If I yeah.
You know, like she's a girl with, you know, strong work values. She's willing to do what she has to do to make it happen, you know. I mean, how would you base her off of, like, you know? Because your values say I don't want to deal with a girl who's in that industry.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you also have to respect the fact that she's doing what she has to do. Unless you're gonna, you know, front the money and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just at that point just don't deal with her. Like if you have any hesitation, like, oh, this if your values don't align like with hers, at that point, there's no point in going on. But if it's something where you guys have developed this sort of chemistry and you've seen both, and it's like this conversation goes both ways. I know we're talking about from our perspective going as far as them, but their perspective towards us, it's just like, if you guys are comfortable and to that point and you guys know each other, it's not a decision that you rush into or a decision that you make based off of, well, it could be this way. Well, it could be that way. I don't think that you marry like off of potential. Something has to be established there.
I agree. I couldn't. Like, I feel like I would already know you and know everything there is, you know, to know. Something like that.
Makes sense.
Why do you ask? Do you have somebody? No, I'm just
Conspiracy part 2.
I Can't wait for next week's conspiracy.
Here we go.
It's gonna be a good one, you know. Oh man, I think that's about it for us, fellas. You know, another long and lengthy episode. I mean, when we get together, it's always gonna be like, you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind these good times, the laughter it takes. You know, I talked to Kev about his outrageous text from earlier. You know, his late night text that he sent us.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He did.
I wasn't lying.
Huh?
I wasn't lying.
Bro, it's 2:00 in the morning, dog.
He did put it in the context for me though, and I kind of
Just,
understood.
Yeah, I just thought that y'all wouldn't like to know.
It's
Yeah.
freaking hilarious. But you know,
Were you out at the time or were you just thinking?
I was working, and
Okay.
I was witnessing.
Okay. I thought you were just in bed and like obscenely horny.
No,
Okay, okay.
I was witnessing.
it was one of those things I had to rub my eyes for. I wasn't sure if I was reading the text right.
Just thought I'd spread the wealth, you know.
I don't know if that's wealth, my friend. You were spreading something, but
It's something. Zingers.
oh my god. That's gonna do it for us, man. Another episode of Legit Podcast. I want to thank Preston for coming through, blessing us with his presence. If
Did he?
Preston, you wanna I don't know, tell the people where they can find you? If not, you wanna tell people how much you hate white women more?
I don't have a social media, but you can find me in the Florida area if you wanna. If you're a black queen, you know. I'm out.
Florida area.
Hit them up, ladies, you know. Central Florida to be exact, you know.
I was gonna say these niggas going to Tallahassee. Where is he
Where's
at?
Preston at? He said he'd be here. No good ass nigga, just like the rest of them.
Lying.
If you wanna share anything with the people, you know,
Keep your stick on the ice.
that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, to follow us on our socials, those links will be in the description down below.
Right.
Check out the YouTube channel, gaming channels. I'm starting to be frequent more over there.
Yeah, I could.
Be sure to you know, give us a follow and subscribe to us on these beautiful listening platforms below us here. Even though they did mess up, you know, I'm not pointing fingers, but
Yeah. Just the stutter machine.
we will correct it. We'll get it going. As always, y'all, we appreciate it. Remember, if it ain't us, it ain't legit.
Poof. Poof, be gone.